Divorce is a very, very heavy word. It's a very complex feeling, and I think only a person that has went through divorce or separation, for the matter, would know exactly what I'm talking about.
It touches just about every relationship in your life in some capacity. For me, there's a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, at times a lot of blame.
I was very skeptical about frequenting church or being part of the church or a group for that matter throughout my divorce process.
Some people will not talk to you anymore. Some people will talk to you differently, or some people will treat you differently. Again, the guilt and the shame that can come from that can be overwhelming at times.
And where I come from, feelings are not analyzed as much, or the sense of community is pretty much non-existent. Everyone suffers in their pain alone. I was at a point where I couldn't imagine myself sharing my emotional state at the time, sharing my experience at the time. It's a very touchy and very personal subject.
What brought me to Oasis is really the fact that I didn't really know what to do with the experience or how to deal with it. I mean, it had been 4 or 5 years since my divorce, and I found, week 2 or 3 into the Oasis series, that there was all kinds of things that I was still harboring, that I hadn't worked through, that I had to give to God. And having a community around you of people that have experienced or are experiencing the same thing is huge, and especially a church community.
I actually decided to trust in a community. I decided to trust my faith. It made me realize that there's unity, that there are people that are going through exactly the same things that I am going through, and they're willing to share their pain. They're willing to be vulnerable. They were willing to be there for me as I was willing to be there for them.
I've grown so much. You have to have community. You have to have people around you. And having intentional people that have been in the same space that you're in the same place that you're in, is absolutely crucial. It's very clear about God's stance on divorce, right? God does not want people to be divorced. God does not love divorce, but he does love divorced people.
The way Oasis helped me is not just people coming together. I think God was there with us at every moment in time, honestly. I really think, because we were able to overcome, and we still are. Divorce doesn't stop when, the judge signs the decree. It's an ongoing process. What happens after, what unfolds after, it's a very difficult process. And I feel like God was with us there in that room, in that very little room, every single session. I think that he was there with us. I think that he has helped us open our hearts to share and to feel like we're not alone.